The reference to the three blind mice creates a parody since it uses the original story in a new and humorous way to explain the backstory for the mouse's fear. To add on to the parody of the page, on the flap of the article it says, 3 Fab Knives, a wordplay on the original Three Blind Mice. The word choice on this page is very specific. In the poster for the Mousecrobats, near the bottom line it says, "Did you ever see such a thing in your life?" This is dark humor about how the mice are actually blind, and so of course can't actually see anything at all. Another dark joke is in the fine print at the bottom of the order card, which focuses on the humor that some people can read it and others cannot, aka blind mice. We are also given 2 other important pieces of information on the poster. One is the word canceled across the front. We see this and as readers wonder why it was canceled and so look further into the page. The second bit of information is the detail that the mice use their tails to guide them. This relates to the picture seen beneath of the classic 3 blind mice with sunglasses but missing their tails. In order to find out more about what happened, the rest of the part of the page needs to be read too. Other specific word choices include the words slashed, tail end, deep cut, and blind mad, which all connect to the mouse's fear and how she sees her fear everywhere she looks. Even the name Mrs. Sabatier is a reference to knives, since Sabatier is a brand for knife sets. The importance of all the references to knives is that the number of them is almost overwhelming. This conveys how the mouse feels about knives. It is a fear that overwhelms her and she sees it everywhere, making her feel small. Another feature we see on this page is intertextuality. This image uses intertextuality with the story of the 3 blind mice to create a background for the mouse's fear. We can infer that the mouse is scared of knives because she does not want her tail cut off like the 3 blind mice, otherwise known as the Mousecrobats. This is used to add depth to the mouse's fear and allows the reader to explore the page in a new way by seeking out details of the plot rather than simply having them given. On the side of the picture of the woman in the article, it says, "Photographed by P. Piper." This is another example of intertextuality where the nursery rhyme of the Pied Piper, where the piper leads all the mice into the city to drown in a river, adds to the mouse theme and also makes the reader look at every single detail.
A motif throughout the book is the symbol of the mouse. It can be seen on the spine, cover, jacket, and end pages, as well as other pages in the book. The symbol is significant because it is the symbol used to represent the fear of mice. On this page, it is used 3 times at the top of the page, at the right page, and 3 times at the bottom of the page. Not only does the symbol go along with the story of the 3 blind mice reference, but it also connects the book to the human's fear of mice. Another image we see throughout the book is the pencil the mouse is holding. It has gotten shorter, and there is the pencil shaving strewn across the page as bite marks in the pencil, lending to a nervous habit the mouse has developed to cope with her fears.
This is the only page that mentions one fear, but takes up a double page spread. This page explicitly tells the reader what the fear the mouse has is, but also makes them look for what the narrative given in the picture is about. The placement of the images on the page is also important. The left side of the page represents the given. We know that the mouse has a fear of sharp knives because the text tells us so. We are also given the information that the blind mice have their tails cut off, but we are not given why or the background of the fear. This information is shared on the right side, which is significant since the right side of the page represents the new, and it is here that we are given the necessary information to determine what happened on the left side. The right side of the page includes advertisements for toilets, which leads the book on and foreshadows the fear presented on the next page. Framing is important in this page as well since we see that it takes on the appearance as if the mouse has actually eaten bits of the pages. It adds texture to the book and gives readers a more immersive experience into the story. The article about the farmer cutting off the mice's tail ends in the middle of a sentence. Just as the ends of the mice's tails were cut off, so was the sentence.